everybody, good morning. It's Taylor from Dames a la Mode, and today I'm going to do a brief video showing you some details about my Mantua dress and specifically how the train bustling situation works. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. It is really simple, so I'm just going to show you a quick video of how I actually bustle it up to give those really elaborate, beautiful pleats that you see in Mantua gowns from this period. This dress has a really long skirt and train on it and a lot of fullness. You can see. There's a lot of fabric in here, which helps to give it the fullness when it's pleated up. And it's one of the reasons that I had such a hard time when I was actually making it, just because it's challenging to manage this much fabric in one project, particularly because most of the skirt is lined in a different fabric, so it was like a double layer mess, and I really struggled with it. It basically is just one big open large skirt. There's no fancy pleating or anything like that. The back is pleated down the center, much like a 18th century gown that you would think of, so there is a lot of fullness in the skirt just from these pleats itself, and then from the extra gores that are added into the fabric to give them these big sweepy parts. The actual bustling itself happens with the belt of the garment. This actually just goes right around the waist and clasps in the front of the gown. Just a very simple belt. But on the back of it, I have got 3 hooks that are here on the inside of the belt. So once this is put on, these hooks match up with the center of the gown and then off to the side. And then sewn on to the actual skirt itself are little brass hooks. They sort of come down out the side here. There's one on each side. And then these hook into the hoop there. So this is like the half bustled version of things. And this is what gives on the side, these little puffs that are here. All of that just comes only from the fabric itself. I don't have any additional padding or anything in here. It's totally flat, but because it's a nice crisp taffeta, it gets a lot of volume that way. Then on the center backs, I have another little hoop that's just sewn right down to the edge here on both sides. So this gets like flipped back. And then these two I just stack on this center loop here. And then you just need to do a tiny amount of fluffing and a little bit of fabric origami.
So you really need help when you're doing these skirts. You just can't do them on your own because of the placement of the belt and the hoops. So it's really good if you have somebody who can help you get dressed when you're wearing these. Carolyn from the Modern Mantua Maker and I wore our mantuas at the same time, and we acted as each other's mutual ladies' maids to hook up our skirts when we wore them.
then you have your bustle. It helps when you're wearing it if you put a few pins in just to anchor the sections together as you're moving around, since obviously it's gonna, you know, it'll flop and move and change and turn and stuff like that. So this will just give you some extra anchor points for it there. And you can actually play with this a lot because of all the layers of the silk taffeta and the trim that's on it. There is some, like, you can really fold these and play with them. And you can make them look really different depending on what you're going for, how much of which color you prefer to show. You really can change it up a lot. So every time you wear it, it can be a little bit different. And in fact, Carolyn and I found that it was actually a little bit challenging to make it look exactly the same every time because the fabric just kind of changes a little bit each time you wear it. So you'll get a lot of variety with this. And then to take it down, easy peasy. Oh yeah, don't forget to take out your pin. And then you're back down to just the open dress. This is great because it's really easy to iron when you don't have all these things like pre-sewn and pleated and stuff like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to pack and to iron and make it look like it's supposed to. So there you go. That's how a Mantua dress bustle works.